It's Sunday, September 19th, 2021. Um, I don't have access to military files, agendas. I wouldn't even know where to look for that kind of stuff to keep myself informed. In Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361, where I've literally was born, and some larger group socially engineered me into some injustice position of isolation. And then there was some threatening that went on, and so on and so forth. The world unraveled much faster than time itself accounts for. There's a lot of missing decades. Like, what one can accomplish in a decade does not, it's quantified at a ratio, even in thermodynamics, that doesn't make sense if you sequence it and you do time elapse photography at really highly specialized quiet area. But from my front spot, just sitting here as star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza, I'm looking at some television recap of something that happened in moving history, where it says something fights religion class in school. Well, my whole thing is that if the religion being taught in the school is from your defense ministry, so you keep the children safe, healthy, and protected, and you remove it and you make the population atheist, that means you literally are fighting to keep your children dumb, deaf, and blind. What's the purpose of then sending them to school? So now, then there's something up there on atheism. But the whole topic, I mean, the results now, you just tore down, at least if you have a religion, you have some toehold into a community and a society, and with mentorship and volunteer opportunities, and you become part of something greater than yourself. Once you tore out any sense of religion or any sense of community, any sense of family, and you turned everything into atheists as humans, you took away genetic safety and assurity and group logic and being able to assemble anything in a dedicated manner that was going to be useful in the future. I mean, it's atheist went with anarchy. And now it is so disgusting. I did a piece this morning about some mentoring thing. They've got there's 12 months in a year. Well, one illegal occupation of the coffee color kids, they claimed February as Black History Month. It's all about them, all month long, all about them and all their dumb pride. And now apparently they claim some other group, but within the same illegal occupation, I think the medium brown kids, they claim September's now theirs in Hispanic month. Why? So you tore down the United States of America, North America, and our ability to protect ourselves. And now you're shipping people here. You're not quite sure who funds what. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting how one little lady went to some court process that I didn't even know existed, because they don't even teach the process here. And in one move within history, it totally unravels and destabilizes the entire New York and tri-state area of being able to keep the locals safe, the local children safe.
The backlash was immediate. A Chicago newspaper reported that people were shocked that Champaign has a family of atheists in its midst. In the state legislature, a member of the
Just so
Illinois...
you know, in the state of New York, in Queens County, Brooklyn, and Queens, I wouldn't even know how to find a volunteer opportunity. Like in my local area, there aren't any that I'm aware of. There's no sense of community, there's no town hall, there's no... I mean, Greg Sullivan yesterday said there's a meeting once a month. I have to figure out how to, I mean, they don't advertise anywhere. How and where does one go in order, I mean, I pass by the police station every day. They know that I'm looking for answers for stuff. You don't think one of them could say, hey kid, why don't you try this? Right, yeah, we're not in the 50s and 30s, 40s, and 50s where like men were reliable.
Illinois House of Representatives proposed a resolution asking the University of Illinois to fire anyone who was an atheist. But the resolution was withdrawn, only when it was learned that Mrs. McCollum was no longer a part-time square dancing teacher at the university.
Square dancing teacher.
Around the
hell does that
McCollum
mean?
house, things were suddenly different.
I remember my mother talking to my brothers and me, saying that everybody in town knows who we are. And if we misbehaved or did bad things, it would come back and recoil back upon the family. Not in a admonishing way, but trying to explain to us how delicate our situation was. It was very disconcerting to realize that, hey, well, that's right, we are totally out there exposed.
Join the fucking club, because now so am I, thanks to you and your shitbag decisions back in the 50s.
We're watching that fabulous Emmy and a Peabody award-winning documentary, The Lord is Not on Trial Here Today, that was directed, produced, created by our guest, Jay Rosenstein. And we have to go to a break in a minute, but a quick question to you, Jay. How many years did you work on this fabulous documentary?
Well, I worked...
These level of humans, I don't have any access to. They don't exist in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York. I don't know what they do for a living. I have no idea where to find them. I have no idea what they do for a living. I have no idea what their participation level was in human while I was growing up. I didn't know how to target them to like, hey, could I just ride on your coattail and follow your lead? Right, yeah, there was none of that. Not for me and what situation I was born in anyway. So, it's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. Because as I saw this morning, again, I wouldn't even know, whenever there was a volunteer opportunity at school for my kids growing up, I always tried to come and participate in the class, whatever limited opportunity there was. Or if there was like a fundraiser of some sort where you participate, not just hand in money, I tried to participate with the kids in the community. But for the most part, like the real big volunteer or like to find a passion and some direction, those seem to be given like or taken in some other group that's not locally accessible. And I don't understand, like, if you're one of the kids that got left behind, or like they took off and didn't know you existed, or forgot to even look for relatives that might be struggling. What do we do exactly? Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, it's September 19th, 2021.